kid, and so the age difference kind of matters, things like that. So, yeah. Oh, somebody on Messenger right now. Um, yeah. So you don't realize something until someone comes along and cares enough about you to like bring it out. And you know, it tends to go in a way, in a shape or a form that you don't realize until you old enough to understand it. Then you got the other flip side of life where, the influences are positive, and now it's a decision whether you're paying attention to versus what you've been paying attention to. So, not realizing my potential when I was younger just simply means I wasn't old enough to understand the difference between what was best for me and what was not best for my potential. Because if you are gifted and talented, you have to be careful on who sees that and who doesn't see that. See, when you have something special or different going on, it's not to keep it a secret, but it's like you have to differentiate between the two. What certain forces are coming from and what are they coming for. So until I was mature enough to understand that, because to me, an age number is just how many years you've been on the earth, but it does not determine your maturity. So I'm in the chat room right now. I'm live on speaker. Doing my thing there. So, that's one regret, but I did learn something from it. So really, it's not a regret. That's what I thought at the time. I was doing this for nothing. Nobody's really paying attention to it. I'm not getting the attention that I want, and so there goes that. And then, life happens and things like that. You kind of get to turn off the road a little bit on what you're supposed to be doing in the first place and things like that. But don't beat yourself up, because everybody has a detour moment. Even our, what do you call those? Reader, your navigational system. There we go. Navigational system even does a reroute. Sometimes we have a reroute in life. You know what I mean? So, we have to determine how to get back on that road we was traveling so we can get to where we going. And sometimes when we traveling in our car, we might reroute or have to detour because the road may be cut off or they're doing construction or something like that. Sometimes that happens in life. So I had to reroute my thinking and realize the potential when I got older. I already told you about the cassette taping over cassette story. 1987, I used to tape over my mom's cassette tapes. My grandmother's blues tapes. Music was all over the place. You had a lot to play with as a child. If you liked music in particular, you had a lot to play with. You had drums, you had instruments laying around, you had, different people trying to show you how to play and different things like that. So it became interesting at the same time, even though I was already interested. 1986 started being a leader. I became a big sister to my, to my family. And learning how to take care of babies and being a big sister. It's not a easy job, but it's a worth it job. Glad I did that. Accomplished something in life. Didn't look at it that way. Had someone tell me that was in the arena of that was around that, watched that grow and say, hey, you've always been something. Don't let nobody teach you something that you already know. Just enhance it. Master it. Whatever that may be. So being a facilitator in early childhood for 10 years, teacher, um, being a floater, working in reception, getting in classrooms, changing diapers all at the same time. Um, you know, um, and then after that, you know, had my baby and just took a travel around the world and sold magazines for 3.5 years and talking, training, doing stuff, and I had no clue what I was doing. I thought I knew what I was doing, and that's what kept me going. And then I found out that, yeah, I found out that I knew what I was doing. Simple as that. Okay. So, we just need to sharpen and master some skills, and we good to go. You know. Um, so life coach potential. Speaking, facilitating, coaching, um, laying down that, framework, blueprint for whatever that and whoever is building on something great. And that just ties into learning what I already know. I already know some of the stuff, and I wasn't doing some of the stuff. So now I'm going to take out the time and do some of the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. Just really figure out and take out the time, to learn what I already know a little more. And it doesn't have to be perfect, polished, or anything like that. It's just knowing what you know, because you don't know what you don't know. What am I proud of? The woman I am today, and the reason why is the struggle in between. The coming to crossroads, ready to jump in a rope, but not ready yet. And then when you finally get in there, it's smooth sailing. Vacation to location. Like I said, travel like 38 states in a row for 3 years. It took me about 3 years to do that. So I just met great people, had a good time, made a lot of money. Things didn't work out the way I wanted to, so I came back home. I started my own thing, and I'm doing my own thing now. And I'm, starting my own brand and doing things like that, and it's fun. And it's like I got a reason to get up and be excited about things and really bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about what's going to happen next. I've never felt like that before, especially being by myself, working and doing things and building things, and really grinding it out. Getting music off the ground, being creative, being relational, relatable. All those things are important to me. And hopefully ones that's listening, they're important to you as well. So, like I said, it's always, it was the location right back to what I was dreaming for in the first place. See, I did all of that to get some training, to get a refresh of mind, and get all that garbage and gunk out of my system, and really get some stuff in my system that's going to fuel me to go in the direction that I'm supposed to go in this lifetime, in this generation, the now that we call now. So, talk to be tough. You already know what that is. It's grimy, it's dirty, but hey, it's worth it to be tough. You got to be tough if you want to, build. The bigger you're building, the tougher you got to be. The more brick you got to lay down. The more foundation. Whatever that may be in your life, Talk to me. I'm in the chat room right now. Yes, thank you. Yes, it is actually. So, yeah, we back on point. But anyway, and through all of that, I learned to never give up. Plus, having an athletic history back in the day, I used to do track and field. And one of the things that it taught me was like winning was like so important to me, like competition, being competitive, sweating a little bit, getting out there, showing your skills and stuff. But at the end of the day, it ain't the same feeling as losing as the same feeling as winning. And you can't win all the time, but you never give up. So tough, but I still believe. And with that being said, quote for the day. Oh, I'm doing good. I ain't been here like 50 minutes and stuff. I invite you to check out Mental Toughness is a Choice by Orrin Woodward and Chris Brady at Wasco Tweets. Blah, 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 blah. Find a victory in every defeat to remain hopeful, and find a defeat in every victory to remain humble. Avoidance of self-deception is a matter of integrity, not comfort. Doubts in your mind are a much greater roadblock to success than obstacles on this journey. At Orrin Woodward on Twitter. Yeah. So fired up about that. So yeah, really y'all, there's some things I just wrote down, getting a little start because I had to start over. I did some shows before, but I ended up erasing everything, so I couldn't put it back on the playlist. So I'm going to start over with season 1, but it's going to be fresh, it's going to be new, everything like that. For those that did hear season 1 through 4, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for taking out the time to listen. Thank you so much for even taking a look at the picture and saying, oh, what's this? You know, you're always welcome to be a guest on the show. Once again, I am doing shows and weekdays at 6 p.m. Not sure yet if I want to do Saturday, Sunday, whatever for the other series, but I will be putting that together. Still working on some things, tuning up some things. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So now we know. So with that, I think that's it for today, y'all. Plus, I had a long day. I was ended up talking to someone that I really, see myself working with. And it's been fun. Thank you very much. Have fun, you guys. And always keep making a difference. So, with that, good evening, noon, and morning. And I will see you soon. Peace.